Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we are returning to Ultimate General American Revolution, a early access game by the folks at Game Labs, the developers of the Ultimate General series, and obviously this is the newest game in that series. This is episode number 17 of the American campaign, which is the only campaign presently available in early access. When the British campaign does become available, we will definitely start a series on that. But in our series, we've just begun the invasion of Canada. We've won an initial victory against a fairly even force of British and Canadian provincials along the border with Canada. And in today's episode, we are going to try and make a push up the... Is it the St. Lawrence? Up toward Quebec. I don't know if we'll get to Quebec, but we will make a push in that direction. We'll see how that plays out. As always, these were taken from a series of from Twitch streams, so there's a little bit of back and forth with the audience there. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump in and see what happens. Right now, it's a town hall. That should help. I assume the casualties thing will fade off after some time. All right, so casualties are... Wow, I've never seen casualties hit this hard. So it looks like Massachusetts is more or less happy. So New York is the problem. If this loyalty gets too low, it does risk rebellions. So the reason that those areas, we got those free loyal regiments, but those loyal regiments took very heavy losses. So what would Anton Rain do indeed? Silly Putty, by the way, thank you for the bits. I just saw those now. Zero Motivation and Packerman. Hey, thank you very much for the follows. Go Pack, go. Dun, dun. I used to have a soundbite somewhere that was the Lombardi. What the hell is going on around here? All right. Common defense will be done tomorrow now that we spent those points. It has been reported that Britain and Spain have signed a peace treaty. Fuck! Well, shit, boys. That's not what I wanted to hear. Okay, what are we going to do here? Officer recruitment, not the immediate concern. We did the common defense, which increases research speed, which should help. Again, if you're playing the long game. We could unlock cavalry and dragoons in 66 days. Probably 46 if we do the 20 reputation to make it happen faster. We could do militia training, which give me 5 militia company. Reorganization. Continental Army Doctrine will increase the Army cap by 5, reduce reputation costs, and increase the general limit to 3, so we could have 3 armies. That's tempting. Having 3 general officers, especially when the New York campaign breaks, I think could be very useful. But maybe we go tall and go with the commonality of safety. Before we do that, let's get the artillery department. That'll be 8 days. Equipment committee, qualified engineers. I'm mostly focusing on research speed at this point. But let's get the artillery department open as well. Meeting house in Falmouth was repaired. Peace between... Oh, that's a glitch. Peace is restored between Britain and Britain. It's good to know, boys. You know what? I can just get the department now. or tomorrow. Looks like we are drawing some reserves up through Montreal, so recruits from other regions. Do recruits have to come from the region they are from? I don't think the answer to that would be yes. Just sort of thinking in my head. But if we're getting penalized for casualties from a region because that's where a regiment is from. See, that's what's silly. Is do they really track recruits down to the local area? I don't know the answer to that. All right, not all factories and shipyards used. Who? I have no chief of artillery. All right, I guess Balls Glen, you look like you're basically the same. So, okay. So we can train our artillery to be better with this department. It costs ammo to do it, which is interesting. Research speed for you. I don't have anyone to be the head of the Navy right now. I don't think. So it doesn't make sense to the Navy, I guess. Maybe more officers? Actually, no. Let's go with increased general limit. And it'll give me Horatio Gates. And it'll increase the Army cap. Do that. Well, that'd be 50 days. This would be 64. Screw it. Reputation speed. We've gone down that far. Let's work on rapidly allowing research to be done. I mean, it would make sense a New Hampshire militia would draw from New Hampshire, but once they take casualties, recruits, you can see here, are not tracked at a local level, and recruits do move around. So while the regiment, you raise it locally, does matter where the reinforcements come from, I don't think have anything to do with where they were raised. Again, so the initial regiments being raised somewhere, that does make sense, but not the other way, if that makes sense. Mining infrastructure in Hartford's complete? Hell yeah. So, production managed. No, not that. Not that. The screen. All right, so we have a new mine unlocked somewhere. It was down here. So we're doing the Albany thing. If we go to back to the colony management, what are we spending on? We're spending 300 on construction doctrine. Be nice if the doctrine had more impact. Would it just make more sense to do the propaganda? Because that'll give me what? It's expensive. How much does it boost it? Do I have to wait till the next day for doctrine? I don't want to spend 1,700 gold. That's expensive, but we're already burning through the 20 grand we got real fast. Samson Byrne of Fort Saratoga betrayed us. So the commander of this garrison is now... What an asshole. Alright, so... Locality, casualties. Okay, so the casualties are what's killing me, really. Apparently the forts don't benefit from propaganda. I really don't know. That's a lot of money to spend, though. Mining at least would generate money. Let's go back to recruit. We'll just go back to propaganda. Connecticut's in pretty good production shape. Let's save some money there. Let's drop that to maybe provisions or recruits. Either one of those is considerably cheaper. So wait, we're doing propaganda in New Hampshire? That's way too expensive. Let's do provisions for now. We'll take a look at that area in a bit and see if that made a difference, but I would prefer to... Connecticut is building stuff, so that does make sense. But I'd prefer to save some money where we can, because our finances are tricky right now. Now we can, again, we've got like 10 grand more and more than that in resources that are available to us, so we can make changes and tweaks, but anyway. I would love for Benedict Arnold to march on Fort George. I do not have the ability to do that right now. I assume we will draw reserves north to Montreal. Looked like we'd got a few units with some more experience. Where are the recruit? Like, how far do I have to... Do I gotta march the New Hampshire regiment all the way down to New Hampshire to get reinforcements? I don't think so. I assume they'll just get more reinforcements further north. I want to drive further into Canada. We got the provisions and ammo to do it right now. We should do it. While the British seem weak. Alright. So we finished the quartermaster research for my crappy-ass quartermaster. So for quartermaster department, we have researched both quartermaster command and equipment committee, which is... Both of those are plus research speed. Encampments will give me more army lists, less weather attrition, more unit ammo. Horse pasture would be good for raising cavalry. These times are so bad, I think, in part because we've got such a horrible quartermaster. Let's do encampment sites. That's the most useful. We'll probably have to pick a new quartermaster. Can I pull someone off a like... Do we have any good... You have what? 100... I don't know what all these different traits are. Perception? Oh, that's probably not as useful. He's good at... I wish I knew what his general traits would be as a... Brady Hawkins looks like he might be better as a theater HQ or someone like that. I think to that end, what I need to do is I need to get more junior officers so I can swap some of these backer officers out into a headquarters command. So officer recruitment, we're going to go with we're going to spend 8 prestige to get those 2 recruits right away. November 18th. And then we will start shifting some commanders around. Ideally, I'll leave the good commanders with my regulars and maybe pull some from militia, but interception of ships, plus 12 textiles. Hell yeah, privateers, keep it up. All right, so now that we did that, there's a militia company, right? New Haven Militia, Christopher Cliff. Although I suppose there's logic to not having... Well, these guys look like they're decent officers. Let's go to the headquarters. Maybe we don't need to pull anyone around. Bowles Glen, you suck. So Mike and Madison will be the best. So apparently perception matters for these guys. But let's see how this affects us. So right now, that research is doing what? 132? Cuts down 4 days. I mean, he's not like a perfect officer, but he's definitely better. Chief Engineer Department, Artemis Ward. Great option. All right. Artillery Chief is 48 days right now. Get a much better Isaac Payne. 3 days. So it doesn't actually save you that much time. I mean, they're not great replacements, but they're better. Perception and endurance. Let's see if there's any... No. He actually would be much better. But is this a regular unit? I don't know. Bartholomew looks like he's a menace of a officer who's going to be a problem. I don't want him in a frontline command now that I think about it. He's a bad officer. All right, let's see. 128. Grumpy Gunta. All right, that actually saved a fair bit of time. I'd probably, and maybe I'll do this off camera, but there's probably some value in not kind of min-maxing who's assigned to what. Let's do the Continental Army Doctrine next. So we can get another army field officer, even if it is Horatio Gates. Maybe we can put him in a headquarters command. All right. We also need to replace the Fort Saratoga trader. Do I have someone? I don't have... Wait, I thought I just had officers. Well, these two guys. Or the command of a regiment. Okay. They have to be from the correct region for that? Maybe it's a certain... They've got to be from a certain town? I don't know. Anyway, I'm not changing any of that right now. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take these 200 men, which are not getting any better, and let's send them to Massachusetts or New Hampshire and see if they draw reinforcements more quickly. They're naval officers? Okay, I missed that. I guess I'd rather they be in a headquarters command than be commanding nothing. Well, you're right. Okay. So they can command ships. Well, I ain't raising any ships right now. Fort George not captured. -5. It didn't tell me it was going to penalize me with negative reputation if I didn't take it. Those jerks. All right. France wants 3 furs. Sure. I want France to like me. And you guys just gave me a whole bunch of ammo, so. Probably won't launch our assault yet. We've got to get some reinforcements on some of these units. I don't want to abandon... Like, we are getting some reinforcements forward to Montreal, but not a ton. So, let's get some recruits back. Get a couple of regiments built up. Negotiations in the shadows. What are Ferguson rifles? The problem with getting these kind of rifles is I can't buy them anywhere else. So if I get 30 rifles that I can't use because they're not enough. All right, so the tensions are going up between the British and the... The coolest rifles of era. Maybe, but if I can't use them, it doesn't do me much good. Meanwhile, I'm happy that people keep deciding to give me money. I wonder if loyalty in a region influences the likelihood of an event triggering that'll give you money. That would make sense, but I don't know if that's true. It just feels like it would be right. All right, so you guys can draw some reinforcements probably more quickly back here, right? Well, they immediately got the 40 men that were in Hatfield, at least. I can't tell if my finances have gotten much better or if it's just because we've gotten these donations. Spain and American tensions are going up. Great. Just go to Boston. Get better right away. Why don't you both just go to Boston? Boston. We still have quite a while to take Quebec. Heck, we could even push forward into Fort George. Maybe that would make more sense. Get these troops recruited. Just swing them north. Breach loading. Really? 1,300 enemies arrived in Quebec. Great. I didn't literally want you guys to get stronger in Quebec. All right, we'll probably do some construction here in a moment. Alliance between the British and Cherokee. Okay. Does that mean I'm at war with the Cherokee or just... Okay. All right, what's this say? Not enough guns. What kind of guns do you need? What do you mean not enough guns? Oh, the 12-pounders. Don't I have 4? How large does the battery get? I thought I had 4 12-pounders, not 2. Yeah, it says there's 4 in the arsenal, and there's 4 needed. What's that all about? We'll give these guys one more day in Boston. Yeah, well, it doesn't say I need more guns now. Army cap's up to 24 now, actually, so we could... You know what we might do? Do I have an officer for a militia regiment? No. Damn. I was going to say I'd raise a militia regiment in Boston and just... I suppose we can probably afford to leave Boston unoccupied, right? Let's pull these two very broken up regular units. Send them to Hartford, maybe? I think they're technically Connecticut boys. Not that it seems like that matters too much for recruits. But we're getting a shuttle service of reinforcements to Montreal on the front set up. Some of our units have replenished. But it is much more slow. We'll probably lose some troops in transit, too, from the boys in Boston by the time they get there. It's another thing to factor in. But I guess we're going to continue our drive on Quebec once we get all these reinforcements. All right, Artemis Ward finished his engineer stuff. What intelligence cost? Ooh, I can make the Brown Bess if I research that. The Hunter rifle could be useful. I need more construction and production. We'll do that. Our money's going up. Yay. Alright, so Hartford has a capital now. Looks like they're not mad about casualties anymore there. The casualty penalty's gone away now that we haven't fought for a little bit. What does the capital do for you again? Increases loyalty, income, and officer capacity. Yeah, okay, do that, Boston. The Cherokee request 15 horses from us. Let's not go to war with them yet. 36 more Ferguson rifles for $3,000. I don't know. Like if I had some guarantee those rifles would keep showing up, then sure. But I don't, do I? British and Cherokee's alliance is dissolving. Alright, these boys have suffered a few casualties, but not a ton in the march. More than I'd like. Still not a ton. Alright, so that's a good number of reinforcements. Our boys down in Hartford. Did they automatically go into garrison there? I don't remember clicking the button. They should draw some reinforcement. Yeah, they sucked in 300, so they're reinforcing pretty quick now. What's this? Tax committees available. Not going to try and increase taxes just yet. Okay, so Fort Montgomery plus 0.3, Kingston Plus 0.1. Still on the positive. 14 days till the printing press is done there. Albany is flat, I guess, technically. 408 days. I would love to do something to help with Albany's opinion of me. We may just need to do propaganda. Because Ticonderoga is going to become a revolution threat before long. Same for Frederick. There's somewhere closer with more recruits that I can send these guys. Alberton's going up. Burlington is going up. St. John's is going down. Chambly is becoming American. Yay! Also, they'll have a printing press in 38 days. Printing press in Montreal in 18 days. It's also already turning American. Because we love them. We love it. All right. I know this is probably not the most thrilling of videos so far, guys. We did have the one big battle early, but we're certainly in the process of... battle. What is this? 2 loyalist merchant ships enlisted by the British authorities to supply troops in Boston were captured in Machias Port, Upper Massachusetts, by local militia. Okay, so we now have a fleet in Portsmouth. Thanks for the ship, I guess. Upgrades available. What kind of guns? It's an 18-gun brig. It's probably the best ship in my Navy. The only problem is I can't get it anywhere because it's... If I try and move him to Newport, the British will intercept me. I've done it before. I don't trust it. All right. Yeah, so we're working on getting these boys fully equipped. Soon. Soon. They're naval officers. No wonder they were so bad at their jobs. I feel like they keep... Are the Cherokee and British just breaking up and joining and breaking up and joining? Are they just... Like, what's going on there? All right, the Hartford regulars are almost fully back to standard. We have spent the bulk of December just resting and refitting, I suppose. Are these guys fully... Almost. All right, so these regular regiments which haven't been fully equipped... Well, the casualties are taking a hit too. I'm wondering if that's because of these regiments being based here. But these regiments have not been at full strength in quite some time. All right, there now. Get back up to Montreal, boys. What's the chance of British frigates laying off the coast? High. Very high, I would say. All right, new fur trading post because that's valuable. And thanks for the donation, France. I'll take the text. Or maybe we gave them the donation. I wasn't paying attention. Increased support in Burlington. Cool. All right, so we got another 1,400 troops coming back to Montreal. How many men did these guys lose? They lost like 30 men in every regiment since then? Is this due to desertion? Do I need to... My income's going up, so frankly what I probably need to do here, our salaries are low. It hurts morale. It also can affect desertion. It's going to increase my week. So the weekly salary at 5 is what? 31.47. Income's going up though. Holy crap, that increases the weekly army expense a lot. How much do I have to... Bounties are... Jeez Louise, bounties for what? New recruits or new regiments? New recruits. All right, well, we just increased the salary. That may dramatically alter our finances a bit. Wow. Dramatically, maybe. Okay, well, let's just see what happens. Campaign's going well, Hart, I think. I think it's going well. We took Montreal today, so that's good. I would think boosting salaries considerably will keep folks happy enough to stay in the ranks. We will see what kind of impact that makes to the bottom line. But hey, the regiments in St. John's and Chambly are both fully re-equipped. Let's do this while we're doing all this reconstituting of our units. Let's send my character out and see what's at Trois-Rivières. So I got about 2,500 troops. Okay, that's not too worrisome. Quebec is far enough out that I think we can engage them before they have a chance to reinforce. So 1,400 troops lost, over 200 in transit. Not enough muskets. What kind of muskets do they have? Where did all our brown besses go? We consumed them like hungry children. Merry Christmas. Do, 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 do. Merry Christmas. All right, can you guys finish recruiting your troops? Now that I gave you different weapons, everybody should be able to draw. Hey, we got another ship. A 7th-rate brig. In Massachusetts. Research Army Innovation 3 in 138 days. Are we working on that already? Probably not. Continental Doctrine. Where's Army Innovation going to be? In here? Okay, so we got time. We got 130 days. What will I get again? What did it say it would give me? Something nice, I think. All right, these boys fully... How are you out of muskets again? I guess we ended up sitting in the winter for a lot of... or sitting in garrison for a lot of the winter. And the Creek and British are dissolving their... Or Cherokee are dissolving their alliance again. Make up your mind, boys. What do you want? All right, glad you guys... We could send you home for a bit of a breather. Each of these regiments lost 1/7 of their strength marching. But they were at 200 before, so being at 600 each is certainly a perk. Okay. So most of these guys fully re-equipped by the looks of it. Let's do this with some of the militiamen, just so we can have a more uniform experience. Let's give the militia the U.S. weapons that we've been producing. They're a little bit worse, but these guys still had civilians, so that'll be a big upgrade for them. We'll give the regulars the brown besses and the militia the United States. Where we can, anyway. Are these all militia? Jeez, I didn't realize that I was so militia dependent. Or that so many of these guys were still rocking civilian muskets. And there they all have brown buses. All right. Do we have some recruits at Montreal? We've exceeded Montreal's capacity for soldiers. Okay, once that other regiment arrives back in Montreal, we'll go. Should have around 500, or 500. Should have around 5,000 soldiers. Let's go ahead and pull this militia company back out of Montreal. Move them to St. John's. There's some recruits down there in New York. It'll be more. I assume it'll be quicker than waiting on them coming up. Plus, technically, Montreal's overstacked. So we'll do that with this 300-man regiment as well. Get Montreal back out of the red for troop capacity. No morale penalties or provision penalties or whatever. We'll have to leave one militia unit behind also for garrisoning the town. Yeah, some of these units still under strength. Still suffering some desertion, too. Not sure why. I would assume the extra pay would be welcome. I did save it, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Alright, they're slowly drawing recruits. These guys are going to take 134 days. Is there anybody they can pull recruits from more closely? Not by the looks of it. So I guess we'll leave. This regiment is all infantry also, so they'll probably be the garrison of Montreal when we go. Yeah, we're losing some men here. We're getting back some recruits, but we're definitely suffering some. All right, printing press, barracks, and printing press. So Montreal will be even more pro-America now with the propaganda flowing in here. Or it should be. All right, go ahead and do the capital there. That'll take you a while, but fur traders would be nice. I'd like that. I'd go with that. I guess just start the printing press now. Okay. Rum distiller. Hell yeah. Give me that. That's the first I've seen of that. Okay. Where are these casualties coming from Hartford? Are they the deserters? Like, I'm not losing any men. Okay. Spending a lot of my construction points here. Oh, I didn't realize capitals eat up specialists. Shit. It's like, where are the resources going? Okay, well, they're going to things that I need for reinforcements, too. Alright, are these boys back yet? Whatever. Negative 25 government efficiency for 30 days. Burning of Norfolk. Fuck. It'll probably influence income, I'm guessing? Alright, Asbury, you're just going to be the garrison for Montreal. I guess maybe the casualties are coming from these guys on the march, suffering attrition. Stupid winter. So we're a little bit weaker than I had hoped. Fort Ticonderoga plus 5%, Lyman plus 4. Nice. Okay. So, frankly, I needed that. The Ticonderoga loyalty had been lagging. Okay. Probably also should do some colony management, or not that, construction management here. So still 100 plus days on the infrastructure in Albany, huh? Oh, Canada. Do we need to do logistics here? Logistics there. Probably need more saltpeter. So we'll do that. Shipbuilding, eh? What does shipbuilding do for you? Each facility adds 1 shipyard point. Okay. So I can use that for building ships, but I don't know why that how much that matters. Yeah, mine there. Okay. Tons of infrastructure stuff going on. Some of the stuff will go quick. Some of it's going to take a long while. A lot of it's 100 plus days because I'm not really looking at the construction points in the given region. But whatever, better to get it going now while I've got the money, right? Artillery chief has a project. He should do something. Specialists? You could do that. Otherwise, blacksmith building. Increased gun production. I'll go with blacksmith building. Okay. We're gonna go for Trois Rivers here in a moment. The forward fights are going fine. We've taken most of them. All right, did I get these recruits? Everybody's ready to go, right? I'm not waiting on anybody. I don't think. So yeah, let's go. You're missing wagons, which is whatever. I need more wagons, right? All right, so let's get our regulars and some. So it's just those two. We've got the two here. I got the two there. And the rest of these, are they all militia? Militia. Doesn't say, but I'm guessing this is militia. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then a trade offer. Miami's want 5 iron for 16 horse. Sorry. Horse are valuable. Even if I don't have the ability to do much with them quite yet. At least we replenished our wagon. And we're going to go for Trois. We'll leave the 300 men behind in Montreal. Let's get moving, boys. 4,300 soldiers moving through the snow in January in Canada. What could go wrong? About to wage another battle. Oh, they got 2,900 troops now, so more of a fight. Loyalist militia at the border. 140 more men at Quebec. And another 420 at Troyes. Literally, right as my troops are about to show up, they get 400 free troops. Fuck. Well, it's going to be a closer fight than I'd like. Let's fight it, though. So they've got 800 militia and 2,500 regulars. We have 2,000 regulars and 2,300 militia. Oh man, it took me almost an hour to move up the waterway toward Quebec. We obviously haven't gotten there yet, but we're about to fight another battle. But if we look at the clock, it's been about an hour. So we'll have to see how this battle plays out in our next episode. Sorry to leave you guys on a cliffhanger, but that's what we're going to do. We'll go ahead and pick this up next time. Until next time, this is the Historical Gamer, hoping that you guys are enjoying the series. Please leave your thoughts down below, as always. And until next time, I'm out.